Ladies and gentlemen, the graduates of the College of Arts and Sciences. Education and Human Services. College of Engineering Technology. Faculty representatives of Ferris State University. the President and stage dignitaries. Please be seated. Ferris is proud to recognize graduates and guests who are currently serving or have served in our armed forces. Veterans, please stand or wave. Audience and graduates, if you would please stand as well for the singing of our national anthem. Feel free to join soloist Rachel Schumann. Gentlemen, please remove your hats.
Say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave over the land of the free and the home of the brave.
You may be seated. Good morning, and welcome to the commencement exercises of Ferris State University. We are delighted that you, the families and friends of our graduates, have come to witness this occasion, which celebrates their accomplishments. My name is Suzanne Miller. I am a faculty member in the College of Engineering Technology. Carrying the symbolic mace and representing the Academic Senate is Rachel Falk. Marshals representing the faculty members are Roxanne Cullen and Jen Orley. Today's music is performed by the Brass Quintet from Mount Pleasant. The interpreter is Emily Baxter. And the ushers are members of the Ferris State University Student Alumni Gold Club. Please join me in thanking them for their assistance. Allow me to present the stage dignitaries who will rise as they are introduced. An audience, please hold your applause until all have been recognized. Board of Trustees Chair Amna P. Seibold from East Grand Rapids. President David L. Eisler. Commencement Speaker and 2019 Distinguished Teacher Tracy Nichols Busch. Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs Paul A. Blake. President of the Academic Senate Sandy Alsbach. Associate Vice President for External Relations and Executive Director of the Ferris Alumni Association, Jeremy J. Mishler. Vice President for Administration and Finance, James Bachmeyer. Dean of Retention and Student Success and Interim Dean of Flight, Jason Bentley. Trustee Robert J. Hegblum from Auburn Hills. Trustee Kurt Hoffman from Caledonia. Trustee Anna Ramirez Saenz from Caledonia. Interim President of Kendall College of Art and Design, Tara McCracken. Vice President for Diversity and Inclusion, David Pilgrim. Vice President and General Counsel, Miles J. Postma. Vice President for Student Affairs, Janine A. Ward-Roof. Dean of Michigan College of Optometry, David A. Damari. Dean of the College of Pharmacy, Stephen W. Durst. Dean of the College of Health Professions, Lincoln Gibbs. Dean of the College of Business, David M. Nichol. Dean of Extended and International Operations, Stephen E. Reifert. Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences, Christy L. Hake. Interim Dean of the College of Engineering Technology, Richard Goosen. Associate Provost for Academic Affairs and Interim Dean of the College of Education and Human Services, Leonard Johnson. Would you please join me in acknowledging them? Officially presiding over this commencement ceremony are members of the Board of Trustees of Ferris State University. Board Chair Seibold now brings you greetings from the board.
Good morning, and welcome to the Fall 2019 commencement ceremonies. Ferris State University is one of Michigan's great public institutions of higher education. The Board of Trustees is comprised of citizens, just like you, appointed by the governor, and have the consent of the Senate of the Michigan Legislature. As mandated by the state of Michigan's Constitution, the board is charged with the responsibility of governing the university by setting policies and enhancements that enhance the quality of education, but also the quality of life. Graduation epitomizes both of those things. As someone who greatly values a college education, I'd like to share with you a few thoughts about the value of your Ferris State University education. It is part of your past, it's part of your present, and it will always be a part of your future. So the last 4 years are now a part of your past. You have made friends that you will cherish forever. They have developed you and changed you in profound ways. And the last 4 years will always be an important part of your life story. Currently, it's an important part of your life because your Ferris education is opening doors and employment opportunities, or will help you if you go on to even higher education. And it will continue to be an important part of your future, as Ferris State will provide important networking connections throughout the rest of your life because you will encounter Ferris alumni and friends wherever you go. On behalf of the entire Board of Trustees, I extend best wishes to all of you being honored today, and a special congratulations to the fall class of 2019. Thank you.
President Eisler now brings you the university's greetings.
It's a true honor to stand before you, the class of 2019. Today is a wonderful opportunity for you to reflect on your accomplishments here at Ferris State University. At such a time, you need to know that your success is built upon the collective efforts of so many people who care about you and who take great pride in your growth and development. I want to pause for a moment so we can express our thanks to them. I begin with our faculty, who have served as your teachers, advisors, guides, and mentors. We are truly fortunate to have a faculty who are dedicated to teaching and who care deeply about students. I would ask that our faculty rise so we can express our thanks to them. I also want to thank our staff, who each contribute in their way for you, our students. In doing so, I would note their many contributions to our ceremony, the beautiful decorations here today, and the commencement program, which provides information on our university, its degrees, and today's ceremony. Now to the special guests with us today. First, I want to recognize your parents. They have planned and sacrificed to help you reach this pinnacle of achievement. Parents, please stand. I'd be willing to guess that there are also proud grandparents here today. Would you please stand? For some graduates, there are spouses or significant others who have stood by them in both good and tough times and have supported you working toward this day. Would you please stand? Graduates, some of you also have children who've had to share their mom or dad with books, studying, and homework assignments. I'd ask the children of our graduates to stand. Finally, we have many friends and other relatives of our graduates here. Please stand so we can thank you for being here with us today. Graduates, in a few moments you'll be crossing the stage. Two helpful reminders. As you celebrate this achievement, take time to thank those who have worked, helped, and supported you. Their sacrifice and love have helped create this moment for you. Second, a practical but useful reminder. We're going to take your picture as you receive your degree. Don't forget to pause as I shake your hand and smile. For every student who crosses our stage today, there's a story that includes parents, family and friends who supported them, teachers on all levels who have educated, challenged, and prepared them, and personal commitment, effort, and sacrifice that have helped transform them. In the success, triumphs, and achievements of these graduates, we see our hopes and dreams for the future, a future that is bright and promising, and filled with opportunities are yet to be discovered. Over the past few weeks, I've taken time to visit with our graduates, learning about their experiences and hearing their stories. As I've listened, I've developed an even deeper appreciation of the students we have at Ferris State University and the power of the educational experience we provide here. These are more than outstanding students crossing our stage today. These are extraordinary people, individuals that I would be proud to have as a son or daughter, brother or sister, father or mother. I want you to know how impressed I am with these graduates. Perhaps the easiest way to illustrate this is to share two of their stories with you. Upon entering 9th grade at Zeeland East High School, this graduate says he didn't plan to go to college. In 10th grade, he started working on a project in the garage, helping his cousin who was a diesel technician and his father rebuild a truck engine. This got him thinking about his future and possible career options in vehicle maintenance. Knowing he enjoyed working with his hands, he began attending the Career Line Tech Center his junior year to take classes in diesel and heavy equipment mechanics. One morning, he was delivered terrible news. His cousin had passed away in a car accident the previous night. He was devastated and knew immediately he wanted to make his cousin proud by studying and working in the field he loved, diesel mechanics. He excelled in his classes at the Tech Center and was encouraged to enter the Skills USA competition, which showcases the best career and technical education students in the region, state, and nation. He competed at all three levels, winning second at the regional competition, first in the state, and third place in the national competition. Because Ferris State University is the only university in the country to offer a bachelor's degree in heavy equipment service engineering technology, this graduate knew Ferris was the place for him. He began his studies in the fall of 2016, and because of his success in the Skills USA competition, he was invited to apply for a position in the World Skills USA team. After a rigorous application process and competing against 5 other highly qualified individuals, he earned a spot on the 2019 team. For a year and a half, he traveled for extended weekends and received hundreds upon hundreds of hours of online and in-person training in Colorado, Georgia, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin, in addition to working at Michigan Caterpillar in Grand Rapids. All this, coupled with coursework, prepared him to represent the United States in this Olympic-style competition in Kazan, Russia, more than 5,000 miles from home. There he took home the bronze medal in heavy vehicle technology, also earning Best in Nation for having the highest score for any member of the American team. For him, the icing on the cake was when he was asked to carry the American flag during the opening ceremony in front of more than 40,000 people from all around the world. This is an experience he will never forget. Today, he is graduating a semester early for his bachelor's degree in heavy equipment service engineering technology and a minor in fleet management. He has multiple job offers on the table, and his future is indeed bright. He would like to thank his late cousin Darren for helping him discover his career path, his parents Kurt and Christy for encouraging him to be the best he can be, his girlfriend Allison, his world skills coach and mentor Tom Wozniak from Madison Area Technical College in Wisconsin, and Ferris faculty members Gary Mikey, Dan Myers, Dan Wanick, Austin Williams, and Darren Wilson for all of their help and support. It is an honor to introduce to you today Ryan Meppelink. Ryan, would you please stand? Would his family that is here today also stand? This next story is about a graduate who grew up just outside of Lansing in Langsburg, Michigan. She had always dreamed of becoming a teacher. She also had a strong passion for dancing and aspired to be a professional ballet dancer. She trained throughout her school years, including once a week with the Alma College Dance Company when she was a sophomore. She graduated a semester early from high school in 2013 and earned a professional position dancing with Ballet Met in Columbus, Ohio. The life of a professional dancer is a difficult one. She spent long days training, often 9 hours a day, 5 to 6 days a week. After being away from home a year and missing her friends and family back in Michigan, she was offered an opportunity to audition with and apply to the Grand Rapids Ballet. Accepted, she moved back to Michigan to continue her dancing career and started teaching dance classes at the Caledonia Dance and Music Center. While dancing brings her great reward, it also creates great toll on one's body. Her friends encouraged her to enroll at Grand Rapids Community College to pursue her other love, teaching. She began taking child development classes while continuing to dance with the Grand Rapids Ballet, and soon discovered our 3+1 program, which allowed her to take 3 years' worth of courses at GRCC and then transfer to Ferris State University for the final year. She took 18 to 20 courses each semester in addition to working 5 hours each evening teaching dance classes. She completed her final year closer to home at our satellite location on the campus of Lansing Community College and is graduating today with her bachelor's degree in elementary education. She is just finishing her student teaching at Langsburg Elementary School with Diana Werner's 5th grade class. Diana was her former 4th grade teacher. In January, she will begin a special education teaching assignment at Langsburg Middle School. While this is impressive enough, there is more to this graduate's story. During her dance training in high school, she experienced a severe ankle injury. She was sent to the then renowned doctor for the U.S. Olympic gymnastics team and physician at Michigan State University, Larry Nassar. She is one of the more than 150 women sexually assaulted by him who bravely testified at his sentencing, with the hope and understanding that this marked the beginning of her healing journey. Now a survivor turned activist, she advocates for children and serves on the board of the Small Talk Child Advocacy Center, a place for children to begin healing from abuse. In September, she was invited to speak at the Survivor Town Hall at the United Nations in New York City alongside other sexual violence survivors. Last year, she and her sister survivors received the Arthur Ashe Award for Courage at the ESPY Awards in Los Angeles. She is a firm believer that creating change starts with education and supporting tough conversations. Being a teacher will give her the opportunity to do just that. Today, she would like to thank her parents, Kimberly and Joel, her sister, Carly, and her fiancé, Mitchell, for being her rock throughout it all. They are high school sweethearts engaged to be married next June. It is a privilege to introduce to you a remarkable, brave woman, Jessica Smith. Jessica, would you please stand? Would your family also rise? Graduates, on behalf of our university, I wish you great success, meaning, and fulfillment. As you receive your diploma today, I encourage you to reflect upon the education you've received and the many people who helped you arrive at this moment. As you set out on the next step of your life and career, you will face times of great challenge. But I encourage you to remember Ryan Meppeling and Jessica Smith, and that in stepping beyond your comfort zone, there exists great opportunity for success. Congratulations and best wishes, fall graduating class of 2019.
Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs, Paul Blake, will introduce our speaker.
Tracy Nichols Busch, Associate Professor of History, is the recipient of Ferris State University's 2019 Distinguished Teacher Award. Dr. Busch earned her BA from Vassar College in 1991 and a PhD from Georgetown University in Russian and European history in 2004. While in Washington, D.C., she worked in both the private and public sectors, managing and building Russian programs and Russian partnerships. Since coming to Ferris in 2006, Dr. Busch has taught more than a dozen classes on a variety of U.S. and world topics. Under her mentorship, the Ferris Phi Alpha Theta History Honor Society chapter has hosted 3 Michigan regional conferences. She has also been actively involved in promoting global awareness and gender equity on campus through the Beyond Project and the Museum of Sexist Objects, respectively. She is the mother of 2 fantastic daughters and partner to the inimitable Benjamin Busch, poet, actor, and 2-time Marine Corps combat veteran. Welcome, Dr. Tracy Nichols Busch.
It is a great honor to be here with you today. Whether you're a non-trad, a millennial, a Z, or ROTC, college has given you a space to become your own person away from your home and workaday life. I have seen the changes in you, and they are profound. What you accomplished here goes beyond graded assignments and earned degrees. The work you did here has a moral quality that the Greeks called arete, or excellence. Before you launch into your future, I have a few insights I'd like to share with you. The first sounds rather maudlin, but has been very true in my case. Be ready to change your mind. It is strange to think that the person who would be the most proud of me today is my dad. This is the same person, an educator no less, who refused to help me when I went to college. He didn't come to my wedding and was out of my life for 20 years. When he reached out after the birth of my first daughter, I put the letter to the side and thought of the Cat Stevens song my friends used to quote for me called Cats in the Cradle. I did give him a second chance, though, and he became, along with my husband and daughters, my greatest supporter. I relied on him for advice and miss him every day. I lost him 2 years ago, and I'm glad I gave him a second chance. That might happen in your life, too. It is your every right to protect yourself from someone who has hurt you, but the time might come to give him or her a second chance, and it might be a long way away from today. My second insight, not unrelated to the first, is to take the long view. An example from my own life was my goal to be an Olympic runner, stemming back to the age 10. This was an unrealistic goal, but you could not have told me that. I was banned from distance running due to a childhood illness that limited my ability to sweat. I took up sprinting in high school as an alternative, and when I went to college in New York, far away from home, I ran cross country. It was not a wise move, but I trained hard and went to nationals twice. In my senior year, I became All-American. It took over 10 years to achieve a goal I could be proud of. Life will never cease putting obstacles in your way. You already know what I mean. You dealt with them and arrived here today. The vast majority of Americans do not have the piece of paper you will be holding very soon. My third insight is to know where you stand. As a college graduate, you are part of an ancient conversation between teachers and students that goes all the way back to Socrates and Plato. These philosophers, which means lovers of wisdom in Greek, existed in every major world culture and passed their best insights on to their students. This wisdom can lead to the Cassandra effect, which means that you will see things coming long before your friends and colleagues. This is the burden of education. I can give you a non-esoteric, very concrete example. When I was working for the Federal Highway Administration 17 years ago, road and bridge maintenance was deferred so the funds could be used for the Iraq War. It was highly unusual for bridges to collapse in our country in the past, but now it happens on a regular basis. It happens because we ignored the experts, took a short view, and went for the easy money. You may not be literal engineers in your future professions, but as college-educated people, you will be in a position to fight to keep the bridges from collapsing. As a college graduate, you have joined a moral as well as an intellectual tradition. The great leaders in our recent past saw a future no one else could. Gandhi saw an end to British rule, although it took decades of nonviolent resistance to accomplish it. Martin Luther King Jr. envisioned full legal equality for African Americans, an effort that cost him his life. None of the Seneca Falls generation lived long enough to see women gain the right to vote 70 years later. Even Anna Howard Shaw, Susan B. Anthony's hand-picked successor, didn't make it that long. It is noteworthy, however, that Woodbridge Ferris had a portrait of Shaw in his office and was an early supporter of women's rights. In the first Ferris graduating class of 1884, 1/3 of the students were female. So where is the progressive vision of Woodbridge and Helen Ferris today? There is no doubt that this university is a force for good in Michigan. But we as a nation face significant challenges. A recent New Yorker article laid out what author Eric Alterman calls intellectual inequality. While liberal arts degrees are being downsized and defunded throughout the Midwest, particularly at rural regional universities like Ferris, they are thriving at places like Yale, Brown, Columbia, and Princeton. Why is it that only the elite get access to the knowledge and habits of mind that allow them to rise to the top? Don't our students deserve that too? Ferris should be the place in Michigan that challenges this new status quo. The expanding urban-rural divide that we see today threatens the very sinews of our democracy. Our founders would be concerned, and so should we. I'll end with an excerpt from a speech that Woodbridge Ferris gave to a graduating class in 1922. I thank Franklin Hughes for finding this for me. In it, Ferris mentions his admiration for Anna Howard Shaw, who came of age right here in Big Rapids. Here it is. Anna Howard Shaw, a poor and inconspicuous-looking creature, had from her childhood wondered if there was a chance for a woman to become a preacher of the gospel. As a child, she dreamed of this great and noble task. In America, there is opportunity for every boy and girl. He or she will or will not, what he or she will or will not do depends on his or her strength and faith in self. Find out what you are good for. Have a purpose in life and always look forward into the future at a distant and worthwhile goal. One that is not too easily attained, then fight for it, or, if need be, die in the struggle. I congratulate you on your accomplishment today, but we, your faculty, are also counting on you to make change, find your arete, and keep the bridges from falling down. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Nichols Busch. We now take pride in recognizing the graduates of the Ferris State University class of 2019. As they cross the stage, please note the cords worn by many of our graduates. These earned symbols signify academic honors, military service, Greek societies, and student organizations. In the interest of time and maintaining the integrity of the ceremony, we ask that the families and friends of the graduates remain at their seats for the complete ceremony. The university has contracted with a professional photographer to take pictures of each graduate. Following the ceremony, we invite the family and friends to take photos in front of the stage. However, for safety purposes, the platform will be closed. The academic deans will assist President Eisler and Provost Blake to confer the appropriate degrees and certificates on the Ferris State University class of 2019.
Will the candidates for baccalaureate and associate degrees in the College of Arts and Letters please rise? Will their families also rise? Dean Hake will present the candidates.
On behalf of the College of Arts and Sciences, I am honored and privileged to present these candidates for the degrees of Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Integrative Studies, Bachelor of Science, Bachelor of Social Work, Associate in Applied Science, Associate in Arts, and Associate in Science. They are hereby certified by the faculty for their degrees.
By virtue of the authority vested in me, I confer upon you the bachelor and associate degrees as they apply to you individually, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities therein. Congratulations, graduates, College of Arts and Sciences.
Family members may be seated. Graduates may be seated except for the first row. Please come forward as directed by the ushers. It is. And I got the best. Donita Elise Taylor. Nikki Lee Beardsley. Tessa K. McNally. Claire Randazzo. Mason Allen McCulley. Ashley Isabella Say. Derek Patrick McLeod. Tyler Joseph James Sutherland. Michael John Waite. Jonathan Rain Eaton. Stacy Lynn Thurber. Carly Ann Sarowitz. Danielle Elaine Hale. Catherine Ann Murto. Trent Thomas Dawson. Jose Quintino. Connor Thomas Riley. Nika Lucille Cabil. Alicia Renee Kulagowski. Alexandria Lorraine Sarber. Sarah Brittany Burry. Bailey Marianne Edwards. Tricia Jean Blackwell. Nathan John Davis. Mackenzie Brooke Gilbert. Daniel J. McConnell. Javon Thomas Shaw. Marvin Andrew Campbell. Avante Lamar Bell. Matthew Allen Edwards. Rebecca Louise Bostic. Cassandra May Rathbun. Morgan Elizabeth Henderson. Katya Marie Skarpinski. Rachel Heiderer. Pura Strong. DeQuasia Shakira Totten. Kishana Sherrod. Marissa May Kelly. Taylor Sunshine Flanagan. Bailey E. Kepi. Alyssa Lee Langen. Kristen A. Burrell. Catherine Grace Nutter. Alyssa Ray Toth. Amy Jean Christ. Jeremy William Scott. Megan Riley Luton. Artel Tremaine Coker. Emily Renee Hoffbauer. Samantha Jennifer Cullings. Aaron Emmanuel Morrison. April Ann Wilson, magna cum laude. Daniel Rivera, summa cum laude. Mariah Lauren Westgate. Mackenzie Lee Moore. Ladies and gentlemen, the graduates of the College of Arts and Sciences.
Will the candidates for the master's degree in the College of Education and Human Services please rise? Will their families also rise? Dean Johnson will present the candidates.
On behalf of the College of Education and Human Services, I am honored and privileged to present to you these candidates for the degree of Master of Education in Curriculum and Instruction, Master of Science in Career and Technical Education, Master of Science in Educational Leadership, and Master of Science in Criminal Justice Administration. They are hereby certified by the faculty for their degrees.
By virtue of the authority vested in me, I confer upon each of you the master's degree as it applies to you individually with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities therein. Congratulations, master's graduates, College of Education and Human Services.
Family members may be seated. Graduates, please come forward as directed by the ushers. Kenneth Wayne Bunting III, distinction. Patrick James Van Otteren, highest distinction. Sarah Kristen Walker. Sean A. Reisdorf. Tilly Marie Redmond Hill, distinction. Jessica Ann Van Solkema. Samantha Jo Vandenberg, highest distinction. Matthew Miles Bobeck, highest distinction. Ladies and gentlemen, the master's graduates of the College of Education and Human Services.
Will the candidates for baccalaureate and associate degrees in the College of Education and Human Services please rise? And will their families also rise? Dean Johnson will present the candidates.
On behalf of the College of Education and Human Services, I am honored and privileged to present these candidates for the Bachelor of Applied Science, Bachelor of Science, Associate in Applied Science, and Associate in Arts degrees. They are hereby certified by the faculty for their degrees.
By virtue of the authority invested in me, I confer upon you the bachelor and associate degrees as they apply to you individually, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities therein. Congratulations, graduates, College of Education and Human Services.
Families may be seated. Graduates may be seated except for the first row. Please come forward as directed by the ushers. Dean Alexander Peacock. Taylor Nicole Campbell, summa cum laude. Kristen Marie Ball. Christy. Karen Guadalupe Barros, magna cum laude. Kenneth Lee Clutie, cum laude. David Charles Ross, Jr., cum laude. Cheyenne N. Reiser. Kirsten May Hedrick. Hope Warren Plummer. Mariah Elizabeth Gaither. Danielle Marie Bonds, magna cum laude. Abby Marie Reel, cum laude. Sarah Ann Griffith, cum laude. Hannah Marie Wright, summa cum laude. Kristen Elizabeth Apsey, magna cum laude. Abeni Isabella Wimbush, magna cum laude. Jessica Ann Smith, summa cum laude. Kayla Michelle Martin. Autumn Paige Russell, cum laude. Chelsea Jean Elizabeth Darby, magna cum laude. Renee Marie Yarrington, magna cum laude. Taylor Paige Camp, summa cum laude. McKenna Jean Smith, magna cum laude. Jennifer Lynn Brooke. Deirdre Grace Westfall, cum laude. Gabrielle Ann Bruni, cum laude. Jared Cole Jones. Aviance Ariana Alexander Brown. Shauna Louise Davis Bellinger, cum laude. Vashti Corletta Timmons. Taylor Eileen Evans, cum laude. Emily Claire Cockrell. Nicole Lynn Kleinwaters. Noah Hunter Roche, summa cum laude. Oscar Lopez, summa cum laude. Tawana N. Harrison, cum laude. Callie D. O'Leary, cum laude. Dominic James Dempsey, magna cum laude. Bradley Kenneth Johnson. Joseph Martin Van Loo. Krista Lynn Taylor, magna cum laude. Megan Nicole DeLeo, cum laude. Aaliyah S. Rhodes. Riley Anderson Fox. Chelsea Ann Jessup, magna cum laude. Chelsea Diana Ball. Cynthia Renee Brown, cum laude. Matthew Clowiter, cum laude. Justin Andrew Bates, summa cum laude. Taylor Shay McMeekin, magna cum laude. Sabrina Lachey Ross. Asta Robin Paderalski. Danielle Aline Skodak, magna cum laude. Megan Carol G. Geneva. Nicholas Michael McCula, cum laude. Nathan Gerald Mitchell, summa cum laude. Jared Richard Deephouse, summa cum laude. Tyler Edward Kunick, cum laude. Stephen Travis Leach, magna cum laude. Nathan Scott Robinson, cum laude. Samantha Lynn Vanderwagen. Jacob Coy Haga. Megan Ashley Peters. James Daniel Malloy, cum laude. Kyle David Neff, magna cum laude. Brendan Alexander Moore, summa cum laude. Joel Jason Striegel, cum laude. Jessica Michelle Kane. Ulysses Perez Escalante. Nicholas Elliott Roten. Megan Elizabeth Fulmer. Lauren Marie Tompkins. Danielle Lynn Ogg. Adam Michael Souza, summa cum laude. Joshua James Barrett. Corey Mitchell Tyrell. Brittany K. Hammondtree. Brian Scott Callison. Ashton C. Gillett. Colin J. Osink. Christian Haar. Annabeth Peterson Foltz, summa cum laude. Emily R. Lesniak, summa cum laude. Caitlin Danielle Bott, cum laude. Austin Dodge. Ashley Stevens, summa cum laude. Brent Kenneth Perko. Bertha A. Daniels. Jamil R. Peebles. ladies and gentlemen, the graduates of the College of Education and Human Services.
Will the candidates for baccalaureate and associate degrees in the College of Engineering Technology please rise? Will their families also rise? Dean Goosen will present the candidates.
On behalf of the College of Engineering Technology, I am honored and privileged to present to you these candidates for the degrees of Bachelor of Applied Science, Bachelor of Science, and Associate in Applied Science. They are hereby certified by the faculty for their degrees.
By virtue of the authority vested in me, I confer upon you bachelor and associate's degrees as they apply to you individually with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities therein. Congratulations, graduates, College of Engineering Technology.
All right, our families may be seated, and graduates may be seated except for the first row. Please come forward as directed by the ushers. You won't be as fast. Lucas Allen Slater, magna cum laude. Jana Colthorpe, summa cum laude. Chase Allen Karras. Joseph Stephen McCullough, cum laude. Sean Blaine Anderson. Ryan Curtis Meppelink, cum laude. Kyle Thomas Kramlich. Zachary James Kosowski. Kwame Mwena Ajonko. Mohammed Sami Bumoza. Samuel John Hanzelka. Jonathan Michael Shume, cum laude. Cassidy Elise Austin. Kevin Gerald Straney. David Abraham Ball, magna cum laude. Tyler Vernon Woods. Nathaniel J. Van Dalen. Chris Ann Yost, magna cum laude. Connor Joe Smith, cum laude. Matthew Todd Corman. Mary Breeze Lawson, cum laude. Sean James Talley. Zachary Andrew Cochis. Joshua Allen Ziegler. Jeff M. Schramm, summa cum laude.
Hey, Jeff. Congratulations.
Luke Stafford, magna cum laude. Richard Broom II, cum laude. Austin Fitzgerald Fisher. Zachary Tyler Taubitz. Wendy Elizabeth Zaranek. John Randall Lamb, Jr.
Hey, John. Congratulations.
Austin James Boldig. Clayton Anthony Emil. Jared Allen Dewey. Joseph Claude Schulte. Justin Russell Cook. Robert Austin Kennedy.
Hey, Robert. Good job.
Michael James Busara.
Mike, congratulations.
Jana Marie Goyola, cum laude. Jacob James Greenfield.
Hey, Jake.
Hannah Jo Price, summa cum laude.
Congratulations.
Taylor Louise DeLue. Brandon Albert Funky.
Brandon, congratulations.
Nathan Keith Park. Joshua Renke.
Congratulations.
Andrew Lamont Stortaboom, magna cum laude. Christopher Raymond McCarthy.
Hey, Chris. Congratulations.
Vincent William Young Cook Johnson. Owen Donald Trube. Samuel Ross Plogue.
Sam.
Benjamin Allen Zimkowitz.
Hey, Ben. Congratulations.
Christopher Andrew Beluga.
Chris. Congratulations.
Richard Dale Pitcher Jr., cum laude.
How you doing? Good to see you.
Casey E. Unk, cum laude.
Casey, how you doing? Pretty good.
Dylan Jackson. Eric Russell Sargent.
You got it right.
Derek Andrew Haller. Caleb Gideon Jurgens, summa cum laude. Junyu Jiang.
Congratulations.
Benjamin Charles Blahnik. Anthony James Tross, cum laude.
Congratulations.
Nathan John Harrison, cum laude. John Richard Tarnowski. Gregory Russell Park, cum laude. Timothy Andrew Izinga.
Hey, Tim.
Tara Neil Elias, cum laude. Milad M. Mati, cum laude.
Congratulations.
Laurent Bingway, cum laude. Nicholas Patrick Morrissey.
Hey, Nick.
Kurt Daniel Kurgis, magna cum laude. Devin Tanner Moore. Corey David Miller.
Corey.
Thomas Paul Geiser II.
Tom.
Jonathan Austin Curtis. Noah Stephen Pohl. Joseph William Mann, magna cum laude. Kylie Page Steele, cum laude. Mitchell Anthony Quacalar. Satori Spicer. Ladies and gentlemen, the graduates of the College of Engineering Technology.
Will all of our graduates please stand? Graduates? There is a long-standing tradition in commencement ceremonies in which the graduates move their tassels from the right side to the left side of their caps as a symbol of their achievement. I invite all graduates of the class of 2019 to flip their tassels at this time. Congratulations and best wishes. You may be seated.
Jeremy Mishler, the Associate Vice President for External Relations and Executive Director of the Ferris Alumni Association, will bring you greetings from the Ferris State Alumni Association.
It is now my great privilege to salute all of you for the first time as alumni of Ferris State University. From this day, you will face many new possibilities, probabilities, and challenges. We will now be depending on you to do your part to strengthen the economies of our world and to build our communities. And it is now, more than ever, that we will be counting on you to advocate to your family, neighbors, and colleagues the continuing opportunity of Ferris State. We are looking forward to your return to campus as our advisors, to be our guest speakers, and to share with us your successes so that your stories will inspire and support future generations that have the ability to fulfill their dreams here and one day stand at your side. Celebrate this great day. We look forward to hearing from you soon. But remember, you are and always will be a bulldog.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the singing of Ferris Fidelity. You may join Rachel Schumann in singing our alma mater, and the words are located in your program.
Okay. As constant as the northern star, our faith we pledge to thee. Our words, our bond, our oath, our trust to you, fidelity. From the promise of the crimson dawn to sunset's mellow gold, thy spirit shall breathe in. We pledge allegiance as of old. Ferris State, all hail!
Please remain standing for the formal closing of the commencement ceremony, and thank you for sharing this special day with us.